Hello everyone and welcome back to your mat. It is March 1st, so we're back with another DIY daily yoga practice for this month. Today I have some more suggestions for you. We're going to begin with setting up our environment though, so let's go ahead and get right into building this practice. So like I said, we'll begin by setting up our environment. So just like I say every month, you can start setting up your environment by just pulling out your yoga mat and getting into it. You can also dim some lights, put on some music. Maybe you're putting on something really comfortable that gets you in the right mindset to practice yoga. But that's your first thing to do, is to set up your environment. Make your surroundings welcoming and inviting for your practice. All right, number 2. The second thing that we want to do to start our practice is our breath work and our intention. So our breath work for this month is really simple. We're going to be focusing on the box breath technique. Now this box breath technique is great. It's used in yoga, but it's also used in lots of other calming therapies as well as in the military even. So this breathing technique, it simply consists of inhaling for 4 counts, holding the breath for 4 counts, exhaling for 4 counts, and then holding on empty for 4 counts as well. So I would recommend taking up a nice posture or a good seat that feels nice for you, bringing your hands to your belly, and then counting through those breaths. Let's go ahead and do it just one time together so you can kind of get a feel for how it is. But let's again, bring your hands to your midsection, find some great posture, and we're gonna inhale here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the mouth for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hold on empty for 1, 2, 3, 4. Release. Really good. So that's what the box breath is. And I would encourage doing it 4 times so you can kind of really frame out that box if you have the time, but 1 time is super effective as well. So go ahead and add that into this practice this month. And then setting our intention. Of course, setting your intention sometimes might feel like a daunting task, but you can never go wrong with setting an intention around self-love, things like peace, or maybe even things like forgiveness for yourself or for someone else. But really think about setting your intention post breath work or pre breath work, but adding it in there. It just helps make the practice a little bit more meaningful. All right, let's move into the poses. All right, so for the poses today, we're going to be doing 4 poses like we do every month, but we'll begin in a tabletop for our first. So we're gonna be moving through cat-cow. So for our cat-cow, we wanna really check in with our palms. They're underneath our shoulders, knees are underneath our hips, and we're gonna scoop our elbow creases forward. Neck is in line with our spine here. Be mindful too that we're not kind of pointing the tailbone up already. We'll get into that. But as we get ready here in our tabletop, we're going to move through that cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the face, go on and peel your shoulders back. And as you exhale, you will round the spine and tuck the chin. Navel comes towards your spine. Really good. Again, together. Inhale as we drop the belly. Exhale as we round the spine. Good. And that is your cat-cow, your first pose or move of sorts for this March practice. Let's get into pose number 2. So for our second pose, we're going to be doing upward facing dog. So let's go ahead and bring ourselves down to the mat if you haven't already, and bring our palms in line with our chest here. Elbows are tucked into our sides, and we're going to press into the mat. Inhale, lift the chest up, straightening the arms and pressing into the tops of the feet. We're finding a hover here above our thighs, but we can also allow the thighs to touch down here and find our upward facing dog this way if pressing in feels a little bit too intense. Good. Let's slowly lower ourselves back down. We'll do that one more time. Go ahead and inhale as you press your way up into your upward facing dog. Good. Exhale, release yourself back down. Really nice. That is pose number 2. For our third pose, we're going to get back down onto our bellies. We're doing a laying scorpion, a yin style scorpion, or a scorpion twist. Lots of names for it. But we have our arms out in a T shape here. And we're going to begin by bending our right leg, flexing that right foot like we want to step on the ceiling, and then traveling that right foot over to the left side of the mat. Really good. Finding a really excellent twist here. Big breath. Exhale as you slowly bring yourself back down to your belly. Good. Let's move to the other side. We're going to flex that left foot as if we're stepping on the ceiling and travel it over to the right side. Now you may find here that your foot is touching down, but you also might find that your leg is hovering. Both of those things are great things. Just be honest about where you are so that you're not hurting yourself or straining yourself too much, because this can become an intense posture if you want it to be. Okay, let's get ready for our final pose for the month of March that we'll be practicing. We're going to be doing frog pose, option for half frog as well, and option for frog with a bind. But we'll begin here with our full frog, with our elbows underneath our shoulders, forearms are parallel, and we're going to bring our right knee up towards our right elbow, flex the right foot, and maybe slide the right knee off to the side a bit. Really nice. Let's go ahead and do the same thing with our left leg. Bringing the left knee up, flexing that left foot, and sliding the leg out just a touch. You're gonna find there's a hover underneath your midsection. And we are here in frog pose. Now this is a really intense groin stretch, inner thigh stretch. So you may find that it feels just way too intense. We have that option of half frog. So we can drop one leg down and keep focusing on just one side. So maybe you start with your right and then move on to your left. But go ahead and peel up through the chest here if you're in half frog, getting a little bit more out of the posture. Now, if you want to do frog with a bind, half frog with a bind, we'll take our right leg behind us here and then bend our right toes towards our head. You can go ahead and reach back with your right arm and then bring your right foot towards your glutes. Here you'll find a really excellent quad stretch. So some options here for you to play around with frog. Okay, so those are the 4 postures we're gonna be really taking a look at this month. We're gonna be doing cat-cow, upward facing dog, the yin version of scorpion or lying scorpion, as well as frog pose. Any variation will do. I want you to kind of make a point to practice these every day this month if you have the time, because it's a really easy way to get on your mat for just 5 minutes, set an intention, do some breathing, and get on your mat to do some poses. I hope this was helpful, and I cannot wait to see you back next month.